To the flag of the United States of America, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm having an issue with the mics. I may have to reset them because I'm not hearing you speak.
Thank you.
Before us, we have an agenda and a consent agenda. Any modifications to the agenda? All right, I will make one. We are going to move executive session 10A, only 10A, in front of resolution 6A. And we are going to continue.
Mr. Mayor.
Yeah.
It should be executive session 10B.
And where are we moving it? I'm sorry.
Oh, 10B, sorry, 10B in front of 6A.
In front of 6A, so 10B. And also, if we can delete 4B, that was premature on there.
Oh, I thought we got the grant.
Let's just delete it for right now.
Okay, can we continue it?
Yes,
So we will.
yeah, I just meant just not tonight.
Okay,
Okay.
so we're going to continue 4B to what date?
I think the next meeting's fine. I just need to talk to Ally.
Okay. So that's February.
February 3rd.
February 3rd.
Yeah.
Mountain Creek Watershed. And we're going to continue 5A to February 3rd also. No, because we're not voting on the ordinance. We're continuing it. Yes, we're continuing the ordinance.
Okay.
More work needs to be done.
Okay. Yep, that's wise.
February 3rd? Well, we will need a motion for the modified agenda.
I move to approve the modified agenda.
I will second.
Ms. Erickson, you captured everything? Okay.
Mayor Pro Tem King,
Yes.
Councilmember Kimple,
Yes.
Mayor LaKind,
Yes.
Councilmember Fiorito,
Yes.
Councilmember Abbott. Yes. Councilmember Chronic,
Yes.
Councilmember Romanello.
Yes.
All right, that motion passes 7-0. We will go on to 4A, which is to recognize our employees of the year. I see both of them have showed up. And just for the record,
One's pretending
you're-
not to be here. so-
your
I did,
KRDO is here
Who's-
exclusively.
yeah. Who's here under duress?
So there's a story for KRDO right here,
Positive story about Monument and their employees of the year.
and she put her camera away.
She's got a cell phone.
And they're both here under duress, right?
Protest.
Well, Mayor and Council, please allow me to present our Employees of the Year for 2024, Mr. Joe Castellano and Mr. James Schubauer. Both employees were recognized by not only their peers, but also our leadership team for their dedication, contribution, and commitment to our town and our community and our organization. So I would really like to present our Employees of the Year to you, and please join me in congratulating them. Oh, Tina, one job. Oh.
All right. Here's the fun part. We going to move the executive session, or are we going to ask everybody to vacate?
Probably needs.
Oh, since we have moved 10B up for 6, I need a motion yep.
Okay, I will move to go into executive session. Okay, is that how we're gonna be?
Yep.
Okay, that's how we're gonna be. Pursuant to 24-6-4024B CRS for a conference with the town attorney to receive legal advice on specific legal questions regarding requirements for subdivision public improvements.
Second.
We have a motion and a second.
Councilmember Chronic,
Yes.
Councilmember Romanello,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem King,
Yes.
Councilmember Kimple,
Yes.
Mayor LaKind,
Yes.
Councilmember Abbott,
Yes.
Councilmember Fiorito.
Yes.
All right, that motion passes 7-0. We are going to ask everybody to kindly leave. We'll be in executive session for a little bit, and we will let you all know when we've completed it. Thank you. Okay, we are all here back from executive session. We are moving on to Resolution 55, 2024, resolution approving the preliminary and final plat subdivision for Jackson Creek North, PMD filing number 1. Mr. Ungerleider.
It provides the right of way required, and it makes the unplatted property a platted piece of property. So it meets the conditions and standards set forth by our code and by the state. If you have any questions, I'm certainly available. The applicant and potential developer for the site are here if you have any questions. And I'll leave it to that.
Okay. This is a public hearing item. I'm going to open it up to the public first to see if there's anybody either in person or online that would like to speak for or against this resolution. Is there anybody here? Anybody online? Will?
No, Mayor.
Okay. Then we will close the public hearing item, bring it back to the council for further discussion.
Or was there any?
Or questions for the applicant?
Mr. McGrady gonna say anything?
I was not forewarned that he had something to say.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. I didn't know if you had something that you wanted to.
So if anybody's got questions for the applicant or Mr. McGrady.
Just one clarification, just kind of for either the applicant or Mr. McGrady. The expansion of Higbee is dependent on this plat going forward, correct?
Yes, that is correct, Marco. We were looking at financing this project. And in order to do that, we have identified 3 revenue streams. One is sales tax. The other, of course, is our O&M mill levy. And the third one is the road and bridge fees that we would collect from this project. So all 3 of those are integral, and they have to be, all 3 of them in place really to make this, make the payments on the bonds. So yes, and not to mention the right of way that was being dedicated, which is of utmost importance.
Thank you.
Anybody else? No? Okay, seeing no other questions, then I will look for a motion.
Well, as the road is integral here, I would make a motion to approve Resolution 55-204, a resolution approving the preliminary and final plat subdivision for Jackson Creek North, PMD filing number 1, with the condition that for the land development permit to be issued, that funding for Higbee Road had been secured, and of course, subject to legal review as well.
Okay.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. I'd want to make sure that Ms. Erickson captured that.
Issued, and what was the other part of that?
Well, we're approving the plat, but conditional for the land development permit to be approved during the process that funding for Higbee Road has been accomplished. That's pretty much what I said.
Right. Secured.
Secured. Thank you. That's what I said first. Yes, and subject to legal review. Is that the right way to say subject to legal review, or is there a better? My motion stands. You had a second, I believe.
Right.
Is that correct? Okay.
Is there an opportunity for the applicant at least, or the?
You can,
development
no,
team to speak
we
to
have a
this?
vote going as far as I know. I mean, or
This is a condition that the council wants to set to ensure that nothing gets done before the road is funded.
Is the road part of this project, though?
You just heard Mr. McGrady say it's integral to the project. You just said it.
The development is integral to his project, just the connection between this project and the need and the funding for the road. Because this would make this project dependent upon Mr. Grady's ability to get funding for the road for the Tri-View Metropolitan District, which is out of the hands of the applicant.
Understand? We're in the middle of a vote.
Yeah.
Ms. Erickson.
Councilmember Fiorito,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem King,
Okay, I want to preface this because there's some things that probably need to get on the record here. My understanding of Higbee Road and part of the reason it was annexed into the town based on testimony we had from prior hearings on this was that the El Paso County wouldn't allow development along here until the road was complete. My concern personally has to do with not only traffic issues in the high school traffic issues, but fire or catastrophe, evacuation routes that will all be funneling down this road. And we realize this is going to take some time to develop this property and develop the road, which is, I assume the reason that we're having this discussion on funding, which should probably be decided within the next several months. So, and probably any further development alongside here is going to probably require the same thing, because we're getting to a point now where if this road doesn't get funded, it might never get built, or it might be 10 years out, and we're going to have some evacuation issues potentially. So just to put that on the record, and then my vote would be yes.
Councilmember Kimple,
Yes.
Councilmember Romanella,
Yes.
Councilmember Abbott,
Yes.
Mayor LaKind,
Yes,
Councilmember Chronic.
Yes.
that motion passes 7-0. Next up, 6B, Resolution 08-2025, a resolution adopting the 2025 legislative platform. Ms. Phillips?
Just that you had requested, and you were also provided some additional information about some sources. And I'm happy to answer any questions that I can for you.
Okay, is there any questions from the council as to the legislative platform that we've previously reviewed? And again, thank staff, all members of the staff that contributed to this for putting this together. This certainly gives myself and Mayor Pro Tem King direction when we work with CML and PPACG and state legislators, direction we want to focus on for the town. Is good? Okay, so I'll look for a motion to adopt this resolution.
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution number 08-2025, a resolution adopting 2025 legislative platform.
I'll second.
Okay, motion and a second. Ms. Erickson?
Mayor Pro Tem King,
Yes.
Councilmember Kimple,
Yes.
Councilmember Chronic,
Yes.
Mayor LaKind,
Yes.
Councilmember Fiorito,
Yes.
Councilmember Abbott,
Yes.
Councilmember Romanella.
Yes.
Passes 7-0. Next up, public comment. Individuals attending in person may raise their hand to indicate their desire to comment. Individuals attending via Teams may raise their hand digitally to comment via connected devices. Please lower your hand when finished with your comments. Comments are limited to 3 minutes. Is there anybody in council chambers that would like to speak? Okay, seeing none. Anybody online, Will?
No, Mayor.
All right, we will close public comment. Next up, future agenda item authorizations. We've got Ms. Van Hoek up first.
In addition to would like to come and do their annual presentation sometime in February. We're thinking either the 3rd or the 18th. Is that all right with council?
You said February, what day?
Either the 3rd or the 18th, if you have a preference. Otherwise, staff can determine what fits best in the upcoming agendas.
Which one do we have room for right now that looks better?
Right now, the 18th is fairly open, but we haven't had planning commission yet. So the 3rd is looking okay. We tentatively have it put in there, but we haven't told Pikes Peak Regional Building yet. So we need to make sure that works with their schedule as well.
Isn't the 3rd when we're doing executive session with all the water briefs?
Yes, that's correct.
You probably should move this to the 18th.
18th.
18th, okay. Correct. We are also looking at having FHU to come and give a presentation on FHU to come and do a presentation on Jackson Creek design, Jackson Creek Parkway roadway design. We were also looking to do that on the 18th, but we could move that out to later in March, but
I want to hear from them.
okay, so would you like that on the 18th as well?
Yeah.
And then we would like to, on February 3rd, have a quick study session to talk about code enforcement processes with council on February 3rd, but we would need to do that as a work session starting our, a study session, sorry, starting at 6 p.m. that day.
Only half an hour.
Okay.
And then for the other two items, I will let Ms. Erickson request from council.
No. 3 mocks we need to do.
Oh,
We haven't, these are not related to, she'll explain.
okay.
This is going to steal her thunder.
Don't.
I mean, you can steal it away.
No.
So we are wanting to schedule a couple more mock meetings, to go over using the Civic Clerk Live meetings. That way, before we actually go live with it, we kind of have it all under control. I would think, thinking 5:30 or 6 for that matter. Let's do it 5:30 if that would be possible on the 18th.
And this will be in person?
Yes, this one's in person.
Okay. 5:30.
You need an hour?
I think it might be helpful. That
Right,
way
the
we
only
can
one
get
that will be
everybody
remote is
locked
me.
in. What's that?
I'll be the only one remote.
The 18th? Or if we need to move it to 6, we could probably get it together at that time too. So it's kind of up to you guys.
Well, this is, the purpose of this is to make sure you and Sylvia are comfortable running the software that runs the meeting.
I just think that we're not going to be comfortable with it until we're actually just pulling the Band-Aid off.
Okay.
Because
Well,
there's a
many
lot of,
meetings as you want to have that are mock, just
Okay.
whoever's available, just call them. That way the Band-Aid is ripped off.
so we can do the February 18th. And it's up to you guys, whether you guys want the 6 o'clock or 5:30.
The last time we did it was different though. The mock with Will, right? When we were playing with this,
It's basically the same.
it
Right.
didn't seem to take an hour.
No, but
Oh, okay.
It's, they have to go through their side of the software.
Yeah.
Ours is easy. We don't have to do anything but just click vote. There, we could throw agenda changes to them
Ah,
and they have to be.
okay. 5:30.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then it's also been asked that we conduct a fully remote mock meeting. So then everybody can practice like outside of these 4 walls.
So there's supposed to be a fully remote from the standpoint that everybody's remote. No one's here. Okay. So I mean,
That's why it's
you-
a date.
you guys
that's
are-
not a meeting.
you guys are home, Will's home, we're all at home or in our offices or driving in our car, whatever it is. Right?
Preferably not driving in your car. It's completely against the law.
As long as I'm hands-free. And then the other remote meeting is to take the remote box over to one of our offsite someplace and conduct the meeting there, the mock meeting there, to make sure that all of the electronics, the internet connection, the software, and all of that can be live streamed and it works.
We're currently working on that with Monument Community Presbyterian Church and looking for a date in March that will work with them.
Okay.
Because we're running out of time in February.
We were running out of time in 2024.
Is
Well,
there,
y'all could do it. I won't be available on the 25th for mock meeting, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it.
Right. Is the 25th, what day is that?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in Orlando having fun on that.
25th is a Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I understand.
I got family trip planned.
And then as far as the time, I'm pretty flexible with what we can do. So I guess just give me direction of a time and I can schedule the mock meeting.
I'm gonna be remote anyway, so it doesn't matter. I just want to make sure as many people from staff are remote. Sitting in your office doesn't help. I want to make sure that they've got remote connectivity and everything works for them and the meeting is created remotely, kicked off remotely. As far as,
Real.
yeah, right.
Town hall.
I mean, we're talking about
Town hall is closed.
Yeah,
Nobody's
town-
here.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, exactly.
catastrophe.
Yeah.
So it's timing, I'll let you, I mean, if she's
So-
got late afternoon kind of thing.
Late
that's great.
afternoon is best for everybody.
It's
Whatever
team-
you're
it has
able
be
to get
run
in on.
Teams. It's a Teams meeting, so. No,
A functional
Do y'all want to
device.
throw out
You
a
can use
time so she doesn't have
Commodore
to send you guys
Commodore
emails or
64.
what? Just kind of pin it down?
Okay.
Do y'all want to pin down a
Let's
time? while
let's
you're
shoot
here
for
rather than
3 o'clock. Yep,
she's saying 3 o'clock.
3.
Good.
Will's got something to say.
Yes.
It would probably be advantageous from a technology point of view that you get with each of you get with me one-on-one to let me know what you're going to be using, whether it's your iPad, your Mac, your PC. I would love and want to commit time to do like some one-on-one tests to make sure you're comfortable with the process of whatever device that you're using. I think that would be important. So I'm just putting that out there as a volunteer time.
You heard him. Ping Will. Hammer him. And the first thing he's going to tell you is make sure your devices are updated. So. Right. Did you restart? Is it updated? All right. Anything else, Madeline?
That is all I have.
Okay. Any council comments?
Yeah, I just wanted to make one, that last meeting we had, while Chief did recognize Commander Lupton, the rest of the meeting was pretty much dominated by Buc-ee's. And I just wanted to say that I'm familiar with the training that he went through out there, not personally, but I know about it. And what he accomplished was great. It's great for the town, and he's a huge asset and resource to us. And I just wanted to commend him on doing that, and glad to have that experience on the department.
Here. Thank you. Any other council comments? We'll could explain them and when they're going to work.
That was number 2.
At the new,
Council, it just seems like a few minutes ago that I was up here talking to you. Those are the digital nameplates. They were looking lovely and awesome on Friday. They looked great this morning, and I actually showed leadership at 1 o'clock at our leadership meeting. And then when I went to go set them up today to get ready for this meeting, they failed miserably. So but that was at about 5 o'clock, and I wasn't able to get a hold of my vendor to find out what's going on. And I actually have over here in front of the town clerk, I've actually got a digital countdown for 3 minutes over there until we get Civic Plus Live, or we can use it as a backup. So, but I didn't want to have it fail during the meeting. So I decided that we would stay with the the regular nameplates until I know that it is working and stable.
Have nameplates for town manager and the attorney, right?
No, that was when we did the RFP, it was just for the council members. If you want from them, we can do it, but I'll have to get a quote for additional costs for those.
Well, it just seems. I mean, that big, that is the same display that everybody else has her name.
Yes, they're
it's gonna
all
be used for-
exactly the same size.
It's
These.
going to be used for a clock.
It could be used for a timer. Yes, it can be. It does not have to be.
Is that
Okay,
also
and-
to show vote as well as showing everything?
No, this is just a display. You'll see the vote up on Civic Plus Live.
And what about the clock for the speaker?
The timer will,
Or if for some reason that's not working, this one in front of mine will display the clock.
It's part of the requirement. But I'm assuming it can't be done.
This clock can be put anywhere. I decided to put it there for a visual from your standpoint, because when somebody's talking here, they're not going to see it, but they can see the clock there. You can see it. Back there, they'd have to be turning around. So that was a decision based on effectiveness to there. But then I thought it was mentioned once you saw Civic Plus had the clock, because that will be seen up on the screens while they're speaking. They can look on the screen and see the clock on the vote or as they're talking. So we've got several options there, and whatever you feel as we get settled into new technology, what you feel is best, that's what we'll go with. And I'm as flexible as I can be to make it a good experience for you and for the participants.
And you got the new podium.
This is the podium that Fountain gave me that they have at their location. It's the same model,
I like it.
except it's got a nice monument decal right here. So
So Fountain can't have it.
that's exactly.
So Fountain can't claim it.
All right.
Yeah, it's got our logo.
All right, well, I don't know if Eric Thomas is watching. She said she may drop in. In case you're watching, that's our podium.
Yeah.
Okay, any other council comments?
Yes. You go, no, go.
Yeah, I just wanted to give a heads up that first week of February, I'm going to be out, so I'll be remote for that meeting.
Several things. Again, had a really good conversation with the town manager last week. One of the things I brought up, and I noticed again tonight on my way here, was the Mr. Car Wash. It is lit up at night, and the development, all the townhomes that are right adjacent above it, the backside of their homes are bright.
Awash.
Yeah.
Yep.
So those lights are like spotlights on their homes into their windows. I noticed it again. You can see a distinct color difference with all the lighting, and then next to it, or once you get past it, it's dark again. I think that needs to be taken a look at. Like, why do they have to have every single light bay on at the toll bridge where they use, and also at their vacuum stations? That's really lighting up the whole area. And that's affecting I've heard from some of the residents from around there that live in the homes, not just the townhomes, about how bright it is. And I've seen it now twice. The last one, when we had a meeting a couple weeks ago, we didn't get out of here till midnight. I drove home. It was super bright.
So this is while they're closed.
This is why they're closed, and we need to take a look at why they need every light on. You know, I know there's advertising and stuff like that, but we all know where it is. They don't need to have the Mr. They don't need to have all those bay lights on. Across the street, McDonald's closed their lights. Sherwin-Williams closes their exterior lights, they keep their interior lights on. And I know that's a safety and security concern, and I get that, but if you,
Freedom Car Wash shuts off.
yeah, they need to, and that's something that I'm going to be cognizant as we keep developing along Jackson Creek Parkway with all the shops, because the proximity to the homes, that's something that we have to be cognizant of.
Especially with our lighting.
Councilor Kimball, thanks for bringing that up. I'll certainly follow up with the police department and also reach out to the manager to find out why the lights are turned on, been turned brighter. I've done that with a couple other businesses and been successful in having the lights turned down. I do want to, just like you mentioned, I want to make sure there isn't a security issue that they're trying to address. So I'll go in there business friendly and try to figure out what the issue is and see if we can get those lights turned down.
I'd appreciate it.
Thank you. Meanwhile, if you could, with the, even, you can always bring things up at council, no issues with that, but if you could use the contact button on the website for these things, we can actually, the day you see them, you click it, our code enforcement stuff will kick in and we'll start to take a look at those much quicker. But again, I appreciate you bringing that up tonight.
Truck, and I just noticed it when I was driving here for the meeting tonight. Again, I just kind of,
This was the fastest way to let us know, so thank you.
so, because I don't want to get on there and text and drive. So it's, anyway, just a reminder that I know a lot of people know it, some people don't. So that's why I'm going to say it here at the meeting, because they're either listening online or they're gonna watch it later. But tomorrow, Arlene's Beans is holding the Heart of Monument Park fundraiser. So that's always a big thing for everyone to contribute and help out our goal for the Parks and Monument. And then on Friday, Dorito Loco is holding the Save Tri-Lakes fundraiser as well. So just putting word out there for everyone to know. That's what I got.
This is council comment.
No, clearly not. Dan,
It's
do
fine.
we
I-
have
I take
updates
offense.
on the, you guys made me lose my train of thought.
Think about it.
Oh, on the cranes. Did you get back with the people, the crane owner?
I've actually had a meeting with their contractor. And we're going to work through the original conversation that I had with them and the attorney, the property owner and the attorney. I'm hoping to have a follow-up meeting with them next week. And their attorneys are on call during the second week of February to come meet with me to solidify everything. So I'm cautiously optimistic that we're moving forward. I will certainly let you know.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Anybody else? Okay, I would like to get a follow-up on speed limit signs for Knollwood coming out of the new development Monument Junction. There is nothing to indicate what the speed should be, and people are walking in the street as there's areas that are not being shoveled, plowed, snow, stuff like that, and people are moving very quickly over towards 105. I think we asked about it over a month ago at this point. I get the ground is frozen, but at what point can we see a speed limit sign heading the opposite direction? So we have one going from 105 southbound, but we have nothing coming from the northbound side. Okay, and then the other thing is I'll be out February 12th through March 2nd. Mayor Pro Tem King will be running the show. I will be on remote though. That's right. Gotta figure out a name. What the grandbaby's gonna call me. Pop, no, you know, Pop. Mayor Mitch, exactly.
M&M's, darling.
There you go. All right, that is it. We will be going into executive session I don't believe we will have any decisions to make after that. So we will adjourn from executive session.
I will make a motion to enter executive session pursuant to 24-6-4024 BCRS for a conference with the town attorney to receive legal advice concerning the procedures for municipal annexation.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Ms. Erickson.
Oh, and to adjourn afterward.
Thank you.
Second.
Mayor Pro Tem King,
Yes.
Councilmember Romanello,
Yes.
Councilmember Kimple,
Yes.
Councilmember Abbott,
Yes.
Councilmember Chronic,
Yes.
Mayor LaKind,
Yes.
Councilmember Fiorito.
Aye.
We have 6 yeses and an aye. That passes 7-0. Thank you all for coming tonight. We'll take 5 while everybody's clearing out.
You ain't gotta go.